Hello and welcome to the GrandLineReview, your source for everything One Piece. Today we are going to talk about the concept of revenge. Now revenge, justice, karma, whatever you call it, is a very compelling storytelling technique because the quest to dish out what you've been dealt is something that can immediately captivate an audience. And not only that, but it can effectively satisfy them when revenge is achieved. However, One Piece actually tends not to use revenge so much as a motivation, because it in and of itself is quite dark. And this is a story about achieving dreams, and most conflicts occur due to a dispute of ideas. With that said, One Piece has most certainly engaged in the odd spot of revenge here and there, but I would say it has done so amazingly. So it is time to honor these moments. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Welcome to the top 5 moments of revenge in One Piece. Number 5. The Bellamy Punch. There are few things more satisfying in this world than watching Bellamy get smacked in the face. But exactly why is this moment so fantastic? Well, it's because during the whole Jaya arc, Bellamy established himself as a dick. He was aggressive, irrational, and loud, evoking every high school bully in existence. He was set up to be knocked down, and even beat up Luffy and Zoro along with the rest of his crew. But that really wasn't enough, was it? Luffy and Zoro were quite happy to take the beating because Bellamy just wasn't worth dealing with. But of course, Bellamy being Bellamy, he wasn't going to just stop there. He then went on to beat up the Sarayama Alliance and steal Cricket's prized gold. And just like that, we've taken a step over the line. This guy needs to be put down, and Monkey D. Luffy accepted the job like the professional pirate he is, proceeding to swiftly achieve justice for Cricket in a single moment of gratifying revenge. Number 4. The Enraged Army. Alright, here's one that may not have been so expected because it's a moment of revenge taken from the perspective of the bad guys. As a result of Luffy defeating the sweet commander Charlotte Cracker, the Big Mom Pirates mustered a mighty force to deal with the individual who struck down one of their comrades. Now this moment was pretty amazing actually because they had gathered so many heavy hitters of the Big Mom Pirate crew, and what made it even better was the atmosphere. It was dark, rainy, and shit was about to go down. Luffy's actions had flicked a switch that he certainly was not expecting, because I don't think we've ever seen quite a coordinated show of force before. And while we as an audience don't get any satisfaction from seeing Luffy being beaten, the Big Mom Pirates sure as hell do. And really, that's all I need to consider it a great moment of revenge. Number 3. Whitebeard destroys Arcana. Following the death of Port Gasti Ace, Whitebeard was rather understandably miffed, and in a situation like that where you are the strongest man in the world and somebody has just killed one of your beloved sons, what would you do? That's right, you'd beat them to within an inch of their lives, and probably with every intention to deal a killing blow. So Whitebeard threw all of his weight as the strongest man in the world solely onto Arcana, and the Marine Admiral just crumbled under the pressure. And yeah, Arcana did get in a few good hits, probably because Whitebeard was being reckless, but for the most part this was a completely one-sided battle. And seeing Arcana get completely wrecked after killing Ace was one of the most satisfying moments of the entire Marineford arc in my opinion. The only regret I have is that he didn't get beaten up even more. Number 2. Saint Charlos. This particular moment has made a couple of my lists in the past because it's just such an iconic and well done piece of story. Making the audience hate a character is not an easy thing to do. More often than not, an audience just gets bored by poor and flat villain characterization. But in a few short chapters, Saint Charlos became one of the most hated individuals in all of One Piece. I mean, even for a celestial dragon, this guy seemed bad. But the tipping point was most definitely when he shot Hachi in the auction house and rejoiced at the fact that he'd shot a fishman. The celebration didn't last too long though, because this isn't Game of Thrones. This is One Piece, and the look in Luffy's eyes made it very clear that there was no way Saint Charlos was going to get away with this. And the resulting punch straight into this deformed pig's ass of a face was a moment of revenge that I think we can all agree just felt phenomenal. With that said, I still think there is one moment that beats it. Number 1. The Frankie House. Water 7 was a pretty dark arc for many reasons, but quite early on the Frankie family steals some money from the Straw Hats, and Usopp confronts them at their home territory to reclaim what rightfully belongs to his crewmates. And while this was a great moment for Usopp's character, it ended in his complete and utter defeat, being left severely injured by the thugs of the Frankie family. And when Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Chopper put on their serious faces and silently walked towards the Frankie House, you know that shit is about to hit the fan. But what really makes this event deserving of the #1 spot is because this is a case of pure revenge. The Straw Hats didn't go into the Frankie House to save somebody or reclaim what was theirs. They went for one simple reason: to beat the hell out of the people who had hurt Usopp. That sort of rage and resolve is a very rare direction to take in One Piece, especially with the main characters. But I'm incredibly glad that Oda decided to take this route, because the ensuing battle, well, you can't even call it a battle, the ensuing slaughter of the Frankie family reminds me of some of the greatest revenge stories ever told, like Kill Bill. And the Straw Hats go as far as to destroy not only the Frankie family members, but the entire base. It's incredibly violent, overwhelmingly satisfying, and most importantly, the best example of revenge in the series. And that pretty much does it for the top 5 moments of revenge in One Piece. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with your own favorite revenge moments. This has been the Grand Line Review, and I'll see you next time.